Good morning to the one viewer that it shows right now. Two viewers now. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I went ahead and tweeted out the YouTube link to this. So, how is everyone doing this morning? We got 3 people watching now. Hello. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. So I'm going to just wait for some people to trickle in to the chat. 4 people. Hi. How's it going? Yeah, so we got Felipe, we got Nick, we got Brian. Thank you all for showing up here. Appreciate it. Today, I figured, I don't know, just go live, chat a little bit. We got Kevs, we got Toku a go-go. Thank you all. So, yeah, I don't know. I figured I'd just go live for a little bit here, chat. Today is my day off for the week, thankfully. So, if you don't know, I think I've mentioned this in live streams before. I work the night shift at a local grocery store. And I get 2 nights off a week. Friday nights to do are the streets, and one other random night of the week. And this upcoming night tonight, Tuesday night, is going to be my night off. I've been up since 8 p.m. last night. So I'm tired, but I would have gone to bed, but it's too hot, and I'm just, So it's really hot in the house. I got fans running, So we got Peacemaker 2448 here. It's been a weekend for rider stuff. It certainly has. So we got 15 people watching right now, which is awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I figured right now it's a little after 11 a.m. for me. I figured I'd probably go till about noon or so, maybe. Call it quits then. Just kind of chat for a little bit. Don't really have any particular reason to chat this morning. So, Este, what's up, bud? How's it going? I just watched your like 20 minutes ago. I just watched your Reebok video you posted a couple of days ago of the shoes that went up this morning. So, Jay said, I saw you like Hunger Games on your other channel. Oh, yeah. So my other channel, which is just Josh Perry, is my YouTube, like the one I actually use to watch YouTube videos and stuff like that. I haven't updated that thing in like 5 or 6 years. So it's really out of date. But it's been a YouTube account that I watched videos on for 10 plus years at this point. Toku topics I don't actually watch anything on. I just use it to post things on. Este said he just copped all the shoes. I figured you would. I mean, you got the pterodactyl chest piece. You gotta fund the whole thing now, right? Especially because you got the sword and everything. So, actually, I got a DM here in a second. I just want to respond to that. All right, there we go. So, didn't want to leave that DM open there. Yeah, so 21 people watching right now. The internet is fluctuating in and out here. I probably look at like 144 to 40p. I don't even know. But yeah, I don't know. Just gonna kind of chat for a minute here. Just gonna, talk about some stuff. Now, obviously, we have one thing pretty important in particular happening this Friday. So there is going to be a Fan First Friday this week, and I will talk about that in a little bit. But going to look at some chats here. So Shadow to Pika said, thoughts on Revice, the Super 7 Ultimates, Kazuya in Smash. Oh, yeah, he comes out tonight, doesn't he? I slept through the Sakurai Presents video yesterday, but I caught it later. I slept through it when it was a thing. But Yeah, so he looks cool. I am looking forward to him coming out tonight. Since I actually have a night off, I'm probably gonna well, I gotta. Did I ever finish the spirit board for Pyra and Mithra? I don't remember. I haven't played Smash in a minute. I have to check. But yeah, got to do that. But I also will talk about Revice for a little bit probably. So, Jay, people are asking about my predictions for the Fan First Friday. Of course, I'm going to talk about that for sure. Snorlax is asking what's another Lightning Collection roleplay item. So, yeah, I mean, I could probably go ahead and dive into that here in a sec. Just going to respond to this message. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So, Psycho was asked, how easy is Wave 7 to get in the US? Not super particularly easy. Dino Thunder Red is easy to get. I mean, he was $8 on Amazon last week. But MMPR Green is hard to get. Z Putties are hard to get because they are one per case, and people like to army build them. So, although they seem to be doing some kind of restock of them or something. I saw MMPR Green is up for pre-order on Entertainment Earth for a restock. The Z Putty might have been the same. I don't 100% recall, but yeah, I mean, I think it's probably the hardest wave to get, like, everywhere. I mean, I know the UK took like a million years for them to get the wave in. I mean, I think it took until like May for the wave to show up there. But yeah, absolutely crazy. So I don't know what happened with that wave. I mean, it wasn't even the lineup it was supposed to be. We got the Mighty Morphin White restock in there. I covered all that in the Lightning Library video last week, the history of that wave, but it was just such a weird one for sure. But see, looking at more chats here. I can't wait for Marvel to drop a Build-A-Figure wave Friday. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, like Dan and Dwight and everyone over there on the Marvel Legends team, like, what was it? It was the May 14th Fan First Friday, but like immediately after Power Rangers had theirs, they dropped the what was it? The Ironmonger 2-pack for the Infinity Saga sets and everything. I was just like, wow. Like they can't. It's like Hasbro cannot go more than like 4 or 5 days without showing off a new Marvel Legend or Black Series figure. I do not get it. Well, I get it. They're like huge brands, but So, oh yeah. So I forgot I can highlight comments here because I actually am using StreamYard today. Did I win that auction that you didn't think I would? I have not won it yet because it has not ended yet. I haven't talked about it on the channel yet either. There's an auction that I'm going after right now on Yahoo Japan Auctions. Amazing deal. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want anyone to try to get it from under me here. But if I somehow win this thing, it would be absolutely incredible. And I will 100% do a video on it. Absolutely, if I win it. Although I feel like it's very far-fetched for me to win it. I put a bid in. I had to double the bid. It still has a couple of days left. That's all I'm really going to say about it. I'm trying not to give too many specifics because, like I said, I don't want anyone to take it from me, honestly. So we'll see what happens with it. I'm not anticipating it happening, but we'll see. So let's see. What else we got going on here? I want Hasbro to do a GoFundMe for a Lightning Collection Command Center playset. I feel like that could be a pretty, I don't know what's the word I'm trying to think of, viable option for a HasLab release. I know I kind of talked about that. In the last time I did one of these streams before the last Fan First Friday, I think is when I talked about that. But yeah, I would like to see that happen. HasLab Lightning Collection anything scares the crap out of me because money really is just, it would be very expensive, whatever they would pick for that. And yeah. Looking at more chats here. Jonathan Rice, what's my Wave 11 or sneak peek prediction? So I don't have any idea about Wave 11 yet. I think that it is very possible for it to be one of the 12 Canterbury Tales codes on the list of listings 3.0 that I've mentioned on Lightning Storm before. I don't know what for, though, but those listings, you can divide them up, all 12 of them, into 4 groups of 3. No, 3 groups of 4. And there's like a bunch of them that, you can group together to maybe be a wave. So I guess it could, in theory, be a waves 11, 12, and 13 under a new code system, which is going to inevitably happen at some point here. But if I had to give a prediction, and I do have sources that tell me things, but I, as of right now, have no idea anything about Wave 11. But if I would pick the wave, like if I had the opportunity to pick it, I think the perfect wave would be In Space Silver, Lost Galaxy Green, Dino Thunder Black, and SPD Yellow, because it would give us a female in the wave. It would complete the core SPD team. Lost Galaxy Green can use that mold for the 3rd time. Dino Thunder Black would help us further Dino Thunder and put a Tommy in the wave. And In Space Silver would complete the team. So I think that would be a really good wave, especially if just to further all the teams that we have right now, especially because Wave 10 completes the ZO, so that'll be out of the way. And, we can work on towards finishing the other ones that they have going on right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if Wave 11 has a Dino Charge figure in there, now that Wave 10 is finally getting back to doing Dino Charge stuff. But we'll have to wait and see on that. So let's see, looking at more stuff here, try not to be too behind on the chat. Decade Prime said, I can't wait for the Zenkaiger and Saber movie. Yes, Superhero Senki looks amazing. I do have like a tiny little PowerPoint of images here that I could kind of refer to for things. I might talk about Superhero Senki in a little bit. When do I think we'll get a Turbo Red Ranger? No idea. I think that everyone thought we were starting Turbo with Phantom, and now he's listed under In Space, so I guess we're not starting Turbo yet. But I mean, we already have a TJ head sculpt. It's a Tommy. It can be a Tommy figure, so you would imagine that they would probably release Turbo Red at some point soon. Maybe, I have no idea, but it would not. I would like to see it. I would think it'd even be cool if they did it like in the vehicle line or something with Lightning Cruiser. That'd be cool. I'd be down for that. I think, did Tommy ever get to use that? I don't remember if he did. Obviously I know TJ did, but Tommy probably used it. I'm just not thinking of an episode. But besides, I prefer TJ as Turbo Red anyway. But looking at more stuff here. Here we go. Here's some questions about. Oh no, I lost it. Wow, there's so many, so many chats. Okay, here we go. Thoughts on the Super 7 green and yellow figures? Meh. I mean, Super 7 figures so far, they don't do anything for me. I think that the Goldar looks really nice, but I'm Goldar'd out after both releases. And I mean, the GameStop release was fun. The Wave 6 release was a thing that existed. I really, really like the Badges of Darkness and the Power Coin box that the Super 7 Ultimates one has. I would love to just buy those, honestly, if I could. Obviously, they're not selling that on their own, but I don't know. I mean, it looks good. I like the fact that it has a different head sculpt that you can swap with it. I feel like that really would have elevated the Wave 6 Lightning release if they would have done something like that to make it a little bit different from the GameStop one. But yeah, and then we saw that T-Rex. The T-Rex is cool because I don't see Lightning doing something like that necessarily. And, and then looking at the rest of them today, I know we're going to be getting better promo pictures probably within an hour, maybe a couple hours from now, because the first wave of those goes up for pre-order today. So I'm very interested to see what they all come with. We don't know what like green and yellow are coming with accessory-wise. And they seem to do really deep cut things. So like I'm sure green's going to have the Sword of Darkness and all that stuff, but I don't really know what else they would come with. But I want to see what they are going to come with. But at the point of them being $55, not happening. I'm not buying them. I can't. Shadow of the Pika asked, do you think we're going to see any Time Force this year? I hope so. I really want Quantum. I think Quantum could be a good like Walgreens exclusive or something because I mean, since we have Wes, that's a really good starting point. You just have to change a couple of things. Basically, just kind of like remold the morpher on his wrist, remold the helmet. Obviously, the rest is just a paint job, and then do the quantum defender, something like that. I don't think that'd be too difficult. Yeah, I think it wouldn't even be that difficult for Tom to modify the box art. You just have to add some more lines to the helmet, really, and change the colors a little bit. So let's see. Do I think Hasbro will be better next year spreading figures over the year? I got like $500 in pre-orders, which come out back to back. I'm right there with you. I'm over $700 with Lightning Collection pre-orders right now, especially because I army built Sentries and I army built Tangas and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know what is their strategy here. 2019, we didn't get any figures until April, which that was a legal thing. Hasbro was not allowed to do any figures in 2019 until April after the Bandai contract expired. So they lost some time there. But then like they've kind of just followed that pattern, really, and they don't really have to anymore. Like 2020, our first figures came out in January, but they were supposed to be March. But like the first half of 2020 had four to 8 figures come out. Because we had 4 and 5. So 8 figures come out. And 2021 had 8 figures come out. And, we're about to be halfway through the year at this point, and unless any figures come out in the next 24 hours from now, I don't know why I picked 25 hours, but in the next, 36 hours from now or whatever, if any more figures don't come out by then there only will have been 8 figures released in the first half of the year. And it's like, we have 27 figures announced for 2021 right now. I don't understand why they don't put more in the front half. This year, I'm very thankful that they didn't put more in the front half, because that allowed me to take my money and spend it on the Zenkaigers. And now that the Zenkaigers are kind of calming down, the Lightning Collection is picking up. That worked out really well. But I'm fine with that balance if that's what they're going to keep doing. However, when we have things like what we're about to have in August and in October, where like a bunch of figures are coming out at once, it is definitely pretty daunting. So people were thinking Dino Thunder Black could be in like a 2-pack or something with Zeltrax. That'd be fantastic. I would love to see that. Looking at more stuff. Do I think Hasbro is allowed to make figures of the Metal Heroes and Riders that have appeared in Power Rangers? I think they probably could, maybe. I really don't know. I would think that since they appear like in Power Rangers footage, that would allow them to do it, right? I don't think they would do it because I don't think Toei would really want them to, even though I think they probably could. It's the same kind of problem with the whole, is Hasbro actually allowed to do the 95 movie and the 2017 movie? Hasbro's never going to come out and say yes or no. So everyone's just going to keep guessing and assuming. My personal way that I see it, I don't think that they can, even though it's kind of weird that they can't. I don't know. Very stupid. Which team would you like completed first in terms of teams that we are not aware of any additional upcoming releases that we've already started that I want to have finished? Dino Charge. But that's mainly because I really, really want a Dino Charge Silver. That's one of my all-time favorite suits. And I really want it. And it shouldn't be that easy. It shouldn't be that easy. It shouldn't be that hard to do. Most of it is Dino Charge Red. Even the helmet is mostly Dino Charge Red. They just added some stuff to the top and everything. So that can't be too difficult. How do I feel about the stripper forms for Zenkaiger and Tukaiser? They're definitely interesting. I'm waiting to see better pictures of them because we don't have very good pictures right now, just very blurry scans. But they're exactly what the leaks described them to be, being very heavily based off of Dragon Caesar and the V-Rex from Time Ranger. And they're definitely cool. I think Two Kaisers is definitely a little less impressive because there's just not as much going on there. But literally, Zenkaiger is he looks exactly like almost if you put him in that Imaginext armor that they made for the Green Ranger figure, however many years ago. It looks a lot like that to me. It's neat. It's definitely neat. Hey, we got Heirloom here. How's it doing? How's it going? Hey, saw you were streaming and thought of a question. What do you think would be a wave or one thing that would blow people's mind when it comes to the Lightning Collection? Consistency between teams. I think that would really blow people's minds if they actually bothered to start doing that. I'm take your bets in the chat right now. Is Zeo Yellow gonna have a silver visor trim or a white visor trim? Really, who knows at this point? White. The white trim, the proper version of it, is on the Red Ranger figure, and then blue, green, and pink all had silver trims. So knowing how Hasbro is, Tanya will probably have a white trim just to make it even more inconsistent. So, looking at more stuff here. I just want Beast Morphers yellow and silver. You and me both. I really hope that we get them soon. So, I'm scrolling through and it jumped all the way to the bottom. So, trying to read through more. There's a lot of chats here. So, do I think anything announced now will be for the first part of next year? Not yet. I think that's a little too far ahead. Because the first time we had any 2021 announcements was December, actually. So, December. So that was pretty close. In 2019, the first 2020 announcement was in October of 2019. Sorry. So 2 to 3 months, I guess, is kind of the time frame of before we'd see anything for 2022. So, which makes sense. Did I get the shoes? Absolutely not. I own one pair of shoes. I am not. Hey, more power to anyone who's all into shoes and everything. I don't get it, to be honest. They look neat. They look cool, but it's like, I know people don't I think a lot of people collect shoes don't actually wear the shoes because they're so expensive. And it's to me, it's they're cool. They look neat, but I wouldn't want to wear them. I wouldn't want anything to happen to them. And I don't know. Not for me. Also, it's just more MMPR stuff, It's I get it, but it's I don't need shoes of that. So let's see. Lightning Collection roleplay item you want versus what you think they'll make. I'm going to pick something that's going to be an answer for both of that. The Master Morpher. I really, really want a Master Morpher, and they have the mold of the Power Morpher. In theory, this shouldn't be hard for them to do it. So I hope that we get that someday. Do I think we'll get Down to Fury in the Lightning Collection someday? I just think that they're skipping out on it right now because of the fact that the Beast Morphers 1 didn't sell very well. So I think that they're waiting for that. So, oh, really? Peacemaker said a better photo of Zenkaiger since the skin for the deluxe toy dropped. Oh, really? Did it? I saw the dinosaur mode of it last night. That picture, the leaks described it as the Feign memory from Come Murder Double, and yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. So they nailed that. Let's see. What Sentai season do you wish were represented during this anniversary? Probably. I don't know. I think that you covered a lot of the good, the main ones you would want them to cover pretty much all the anniversary seasons. I think maybe if they would have had a representative that was, besides Go Ranger, that was pre-Jew Ranger, because I don't think a lot of those teams get a lot of love. So I don't know if they would have done Flash Man or Mask Man or something. Some kind of 80s Sentai representative, I think, would have really been cool to have on the team somewhere, just to kind of have all the different decades represented, Let's see. Going to the visor trim debate, Zia Yellow will probably have none. Don't give them the idea. That'd be horrible. But I could so easily see it happening too. Oh, Hasbro, don't do it. Please don't do it. So do I think we'll get another PR-focused FanFest Friday closer to Comic-Con? Well, due to the fact Comic-Con's supposed to be the final weekend of July, or the second to last weekend of July, maybe? I feel the thing about the FanFest Fridays is that, especially the ones we're going to be having here soon, is that I assume most of these are going to be announcing all the stuff for, for Power Month. And with Power Month only being in August, you think that they would really need to get through in all these announcements. So I feel like we could have more rapid fire FanFest Fridays more frequently. maybe we'd have a second one in July. I'm not super counting on it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But Shadow the Pika asked, do I think 2022 will see the same number of figures, or I just lost it, or more than 2021? And will we see a bunch of crazy amount of stuff for 2023? Yeah, 2023 probably would have a lot of stuff. So 2020 had 38 figures. We have 27 for 2021 right now. We're on track to beat 38. So I would assume that we're going to end up at least 40, maybe 45 by the end of this year. So if they crack like 50 next year, which is totally possible. I mean, Marvel Legends, I think already this year has put out like 113 or something, or announced like 100 something. It's an absolutely ridiculous number. That is really cool, but honestly, I don't want Lightning Collection to ever get to, because I couldn't possibly keep up with that. It's already been hard enough to keep up with almost 40 a year, which that's also a pretty significant number. So who knows? So, so we need to get you some shoes other than just one pair. Yeah, I know. I need to replace them too, because they're like falling apart. And I did see your DM. I just didn't get a chance to look at it just yet, because I'm sitting here. So let's see. All right, well, let's see. People are saying that the toy scans are out. Let's go to Twitter real quick and check that out. So, oh, there we go. That's what Heirloom sent. Perfect. All right. Wow. Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm a fan of that. I love the little SD bot version of what is this called? Zenkaiger, I think. So yeah, I dig it. So that was my live reaction there to that. I mean, it's kind of what we saw before, but just clear. So, but yeah, that looks pretty cool. I dig that a lot. It's definitely a lot more Dragon Caesar inspired than V-Rex, but it's definitely cool. Let's see. When do I think Lava Equinox is dropping? That's a good question. According to international Amazons, it should be August 1st. So right in the middle of the Power Month stuff, or right at the beginning, I guess. So I feel like it's almost 100% at this point. I mean, I guess they haven't said it, but I'm pretty confident that the Lava Equinox pack is the Astronomy Ecliptor pack, and I'm pretty sure that is going to be part of Amazon's capsule. Whether or not we're going to see that this Friday, I have no idea. We might as well. We saw it 3 weeks ago at the Chinese Wonder Festival, so we might as well have it be officially revealed. But I just expect that to be more than $40 though, and I'm not talking about like the $42 upcharge that the Versus packs now cost. I'm expecting at least 50 on that one, maybe a little bit more. I'm hoping it doesn't get to 60, but I'm expecting at least 50 on that one, because international Amazon's had it for a higher price than what would have been 40, and that Ecliptor figure, they're going to make you pay for that one. So, like I said, I just would expect that much. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not thinking that it won't be any more than at least 45 or 50. Also, the TMNT packs, those are also supposed to be 50, so we'll see. So, all right. When I don't look at the chat for a second, it like jumps to the most recent, and I lose like 2 or 3 minutes of chats. So let's see. What wave do I think Down of Thunder Yellow will come out in? If not 11, like, earlier I gave my wave 11 like wish list really, and if she didn't make it into like a wave 11, I would hope like a wave 12 or something. I mean, just give me Tommy and Kira. I really want to finish Down of Thunder. It's my favorite season. It's my favorite team. The Down of Thunder Black version of Tommy is my favorite version of Tommy. So I'm waiting for. I would love to, even if they like threw them into a 2-pack or something together, which I guess would make sense. I don't really care how they do it. I just want to get those two as soon as possible. I mean, give me the little goatee Tommy, the spiky hair and everything. I'm all for that. So, but so yeah, Jay said I don't think we'll reach 100 plus a year. I don't think so either. If we did that, I mean, there's a lot of characters, a lot of forms and Power Rangers, but if we did that, we would blast through this entire catalog in like 5 to 10 years. So, well, then again, in that time span, they would re-release the Mighty Morphin Team 50 times. So I guess maybe not, but you know. So, what's my opinion of Revice? I will get to that in a minute. Let's see. Oh yeah, so someone saw my post regarding the Galleon Key photos. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the way that's gonna work. So actually, do I have? Let me do something real quick here. Give me 1 second. I do have a PowerPoint of pictures opened right now that I figured I could bring up to talk about on things. And if I bring up the Galleon Key as a picture, I can probably talk about it. Let's do this mode. There we go. So here's the Galleon Key. And so specifically in how I think that this is going to open up is I think that, so you see the hinges there? So we saw yesterday, which I guess I probably should have brought the newer picture in. Yeah, I'll grab the newer picture of it that Toku Collectibles posted yesterday. But there was better pictures of the Galleon Key that went up yesterday, and it kind of gave us a better idea of what to expect with, you know, the key. So let me bring that up here. So yeah, here is the pictures that Toku Collectibles posted. Oh, I can use my mouse cursor on this. This will be perfect. So this is like a front view of the key. So I like how the top has all the different Zenkaiger colors. That's pretty neat. So you see the key piece right here. I'm pretty sure that the way this is going to work is that you're going to fold this down here. And then you're going to, I think these are on a hinge. So I think you're going to like fold this one up, fold this one down. And then you can kind of see, it definitely looks like there's like a divot right here, like a separating line to, you know, pull those two sides apart and move them this way. So it's almost like you're forming like a really weird looking key. And then, you know, by folding those to the side and folding that down, you would expose that key piece. And then, you know, you could make it into a key. So although I guess that would make this a really small period on the, like, you know, part of it on the side there. I don't know. It's definitely an interesting design. I really like it though. And I can't wait to see what it does in the film because, I don't know, it's pretty neat. So, yeah, looking at more stuff here. So how's my wallet doing? Not good. Very not good. So, they have the scans out for the Zenkaiger gear being used in the gear delaner. Yeah, I'm curious. Well, the gear delaner actually will be able to read this one, interestingly enough, because the it's one of the, well, you know, most of the Sentai gears always go Sentai ni Revolution, and that's it. But so yeah, let's bring this up here. So yeah, okay, that actually looks pretty cool. So it's like Dragon Caesar's head. That's interesting. There's Dragon Caesar's head coming out of the delaner when it's the VREX mode that he uses. So yeah, it looks like when you put it into the delaner and the gear laner, it like you keep the door open on them both times. So, which I guess that makes sense. I don't really know how else you could have done this. But the second we saw the gear, it was pretty obvious that like you weren't gonna be able to fit the whole thing in there and close the door. So, so that's interesting that they're actually gonna make you have the door open. So. But looking at more stuff here. Do I think the Hasbro will change how it releases new teams? I think maybe. I think that once they complete, I think what they're just going to do is probably kind of do this on a 2 to 3, kind of like what you said here. Well, you said 2 to 3 waves, but I'm thinking kind of more like a 2 to 3 year cycle. So, you know, we'll finish out what we started in 2019, and then in 2022 or maybe even 2023, probably 2022, we would start new stuff, you know, I don't know, like 2 or 3 more teams or something, and get those going through like 2023, 2024. Move on, keep going. You know, that would get us there eventually. It would take time, but it would get us there. So yeah, but what is my favorite T-Rex sword, including the Q-Rex? That's a good question. There's a lot of T-Rex swords. I'm thinking maybe. Oh, I really like the Isn't it just called the T-Rex sword? I think from RPM, part of the Paleomax. I love the Paleomax. I know it's mainly a mammoth with a T-Rex and a Triceratops, but it counts, right? It's a silver T-Rex, isn't it? Yeah, no wonder I like it. I love silver, so that's cool. Do I think we're going to get a Maligor and Dark Spectre 2-pack? I think it's possible. It definitely is. But that goes back to the idea and the question of, can they do figures based off of the movies, since they are still owned by Fox and by an extension Disney? So I assume that that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, Hasbro clearly works with Disney on Star Wars and Marvel, so that, you know, they probably could go be like, hey, let's do it. But yeah, I mean, if they released Maligor or Dark Spectre, you could release the other one. I don't know if they would do it as a 2-pack. I don't think they would do it as a 2-pack. They would definitely do it as a figure that they would release. And then like a couple months later, they'd be like, by the way, now we're releasing the other one. And, you know, it'll come with different accessories or something. But, I mean, Hasbro loves doing figures that they can reuse the molds for. And that is like a, you know, right there. It's right there for them to do it. So that would be entertaining for sure. So let's see. Looking at more stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up. Where did I put it? Pull up this. So let me switch the screen that I was sharing. Sorry if my clicking is really loud. I hope it's not. So yeah, look at this guy. So this morning we had a picture leak out of Kamen Rider Revice's live action suit. We saw it previously as an artwork on the Superhero Senki poster. But yeah, this happened this morning, only a couple of hours ago. And the more I look at this guy, the more I start to kind of dig it. At first I was like, it's all right. But the visor, the smiling mouth of the Tyrannosaurus teeth, I'm starting to really like that. I think it's kind of fun. The rest of the design is fine. I kind of get Build vibes from him, and Build is my favorite main rider suit design. So that's always a plus. I know people are kind of debating on what color he is. I personally see kind of a orangish color green. Some people are saying he's like pink and blue. Some people are saying he's red and blue. I don't see blue. I definitely see green on that. Or kind of more like an aquamarine or something. Or like a, I don't know. I definitely see more of a green, kind of a teal. But it's definitely interesting. I think that I like the 50. You can see the 50 right here in the logo. So that's pretty cool. Because this is like, I guess, our 50th anniversary series. So yeah, what color is the dress exactly? It is a very similar situation to that, of people trying to figure all that out. But yeah, he's cool. It is. Oh, hey, Overlord Baron, how's it going? Yeah, it is hard to see the driver. They're definitely kind of hiding that there. But I know the rumor right now is that his gimmick is stamps. We'll see how that works out. But usually I would like get the main rider belt and pretty soon after the show. But between Ranger Keys making their triumphant return and Lightning Collection really picking it up in the fall, I'm gonna have to wait on this guy for a little bit. But I'm sure I'll get his belt someday. I've gotten the last 4 Rider Series belts as they aired, so I'm sure this is gonna happen. But also, it'd be nice to just watch Kamen Rider again. I dropped Saber a hilarious amount of time ago, so I haven't watched Kamen Rider like all year. So it'd be nice to get back to that for sure. I dropped Saber at episode 12, so. But yeah, I will obviously pick up Revice. I always start the newest show, even though I'm really bad at keeping up with stuff. But that's just what I do. So, but yeah, Revice is cool. I'm just waiting to kind of see more about him. I'm sure his like typical press conference that we always get with the actors and stuff should be at the end of July. So probably not too long after Superhero Senki, because clearly based off of the poster, he's making his debut in Senki. At least I assume it's his debut. I don't think he's going to show up in Saber before that or anything like that. So yeah, that would be cool. So hey, we got Jurassic Samurai in the chat here. You lasted longer on Saber than me. I dropped it at episode 4. Yeah. So and then we have, as someone asked, what's what I like about Saber. Honestly, I liked Saber. I really did. I just got bored, really, and got busy. And I don't know. I actually finished Cure Major, which is a pretty good achievement of me. But oh well, actually no. Around that time is when I really started to try to get going again on the Power Rangers rewatch that I've been doing for 2 years. And at that point, I was trying to really get that happening, and I just kind of fell off of Saber. But the thing about Kamen Rider, or really any Toku, is that Toku Twitter is so vocal about it all the time, and just posts scans and tweets all about it and the promo pictures and all that stuff, that I know exactly what's happening in Saber right now. I felt like I've watched it the entire year. I mean, I could tell you like where characters are at this point, what characters are doing what, and I have not legitimately sat down and watched the show in like 35 weeks. So, or like 30 weeks or something. So, but I really did I like the designs. I like shows that have a lot of riders. I think the swords, the whole like, mythology behind all the Seiken and everything is really cool. The characters, some of them were not doing it for me. Toma is fine. He's not a main character that I particularly like or dislike. I did not like Kento, and so when I found out he kind of came back and everything, I was like, But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of fell off of it. I might try to like binge it before it ends. I mean, at this point, it ends in like a month or two, so But so I mean, I have some of the toy line. I'm looking around here. I have the Sword Driver. I have Calibur's sword. I have the Cross Saber. I have a bunch of Wonder Eye books. I think it's a fun toy line and everything. And then, like I said, I love the designs. But yeah, Durandal's is my favorite of the base forms for riders, and I really want his sword. I like him a lot. Character, I really don't know a ton about him, but his suit's really cool. But I mean, I know he's like the brother of Sabella, and they were loyal to the sort of logos and all. I don't know. But so let's see. Someone asked, "Is Revice finally revealed?" He is not technically. I mean, I guess he was, because he wasn't an official released poster, but this picture is not a officially released picture. This leaked this morning. But so yes, since there is a new Ranger Key set coming, will I finally finish Psycho Battle? Probably. Yeah, I mean, that's been a running meme at this point. I just really don't want to give my friends the satisfaction of me ever finishing it. So that's why I've always been very stubborn about finishing it. So it's like, if you guys don't know, Psycho Battle, it's 4 episodes. I've seen 3 of the 4, never watched the 4th. I have no idea why, but at this point, it's been 2 years, it's been like 2.5 years since Psycho Battle, and I just have refused to finish it. I always claimed that it's because Ranger Keys never came back, and I always thought that they should have come back with that, and it just never happened. And now that the keys are back, I guess I, can give up my protest of not watching Psycho Battle and finish it. But I mean, maybe. I probably need to rewatch it at this point, because it's been literally 2.5 years since I watched the first 3 episodes. So I love it though. I love the idea of it. I love the team that they got back. I think it's a really cool thing. I would love to see an entire series like that. I think that they really should try to do something like that someday. I understand how that can be pretty costly, but I think it could be worth it for them to give it a shot. But so other pictures I had here. What did I have here? I had a bunch of pictures here. So we had this really cool poster for Superhero Senki. Here is Revice up here with whoever this guy is. I'm pretty sure it's his secondary rider. But yeah, this poster is awesome. I love it. we had a whole series of connecting posters that had I think everyone that's coming back. So the main casts of Zenkaiger and Saber. There's a mosquito on my cup. Go away. But like Shinkenger Green, Kirame Blue, Rusel. That's not Rusel. Ryu Commander, Washi Pink, all that stuff. So these are really cool posters. I really like them a lot. This thing here, I got to talk about this for a second. I have Boost here because it was pointed out on Twitter this morning that this suit, or this Zenkaiger form for Saber, is a repainted, at least from like the waist and the arms, from the waist down in the arms is a repaint of Ghost Tokon Boost. So they took the suit and ripped it apart to make this Zenkaiger form. So very weird. I don't know what it is with Saber and Ghost. I don't get it. I mean, I know the main rider is the same, but like Comrade Falchion, whatever his name is, his base suit basically is Ghost Ore form ripped apart. And now they're taking this and ripped this apart. So it's like kind of weird. But this is definitely neat. I like this a lot. I kind of wish, and maybe it is still going to happen, but I really want to see Zenkaiger get like a Saber form. There is that Saber sound in the Gear Leaner. I don't see why that couldn't happen. Oops, I skipped. Nope. There we go. This is really cool though. Really, really cool. But this is the book to activate this new form. It's the Superhero Senki Wonder Ride book, which is a repaint / remold or whatever of Dragonic Knight. And it looks really, really cool. I mean, I'll look at this awesome picture. We have the Super Sentai 45 Comrade 50th logo. We have all of the Reds back there, the main riders back there. I hope they release this. It's probably going to be premium, but like, I really want this book. It's just a really cool, impressive picture and a good use of taking Dragonic Knights, like sliding across the whole sword driver, really taking advantage of that space there. So yeah, this is really cool. And I can't wait to see it in the film. I hope that they make a toy of it. I don't see why they wouldn't. But yeah, I think this is pretty neat. So I have some people saying in the chat, will I get into the Super 7 line? I'm not getting the Super 7 line. I can't do $55 a figure. It's too much. Not that they don't look, I think that they look pretty solid from what I've seen. Like I said earlier, I'm waiting for more promo pictures to come out and everything, but I can't afford $55 a figure. It's just too much between everything else. But oh yeah, we got Dinosaur Friend here. So, and then yeah, coming back to this for a little bit here. We can chat about it for a second. What do I think is going to happen on Friday? Who knows? There's always, people are already predicting, outlandish things that are never going to happen. Because people always, for some reason, get themselves really hyped up for these and then get disappointed when they don't see what they expect. But I'm thinking maybe Wave 10. I mean, it would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? With Amazon Australia leaking them and everything. Also, that's another thing I wanted to mention about this specifically. So, the last time we had one, which was only 3 weeks ago, so, not that long ago, when we had the Pink Ranger one, going into it, they had specifically advertised that it was Pink Ranger themed, and it only centered on the GameStop capsule. Now, this one, they really didn't give any indication that it was specifically themed after something. So, they didn't say necessarily that it was, strictly the retro themed or something, which would imply the Walmart capsule. It didn't give any indication of any specific thing. So that makes me think that it might, with how close we are to August, you would think they would have to reveal another capsule. But I think because, they've advertised this being so general, I think it could just be Wave 10. Maybe something else with that. But with Wave 10, I think that is definitely probably, I would say maybe the most likely thing. I still think that Power Month capsules probably are a little bit more important to announce right now besides Wave 10. But I'm hoping that we can get more than that. Jay Cochran at Toy News International, he uploaded a video yesterday to talk about this announcement, and he has sources and stuff that I wish I had. But he says that he believes, from what he's been told, that he's expecting, I think he said 6 items to be revealed on Friday. Now, I don't know exactly what that means. Like, I don't know if like Wave 10 is 1 item or is that 4 items. I don't know what exactly he's specifies things as. So I could see it maybe being Wave 10 alongside like the like announcement of, actually that would work, I guess technically. If they did like Wave 10, 4 figures, the Lava Equinox 2-pack, which is 2 figures but like 1 item, and then Andros again, but like this time you could actually order him. That could be actually a pretty good likelihood of that being the case. Which people would complain about that because Andros would be a repeat announcement. The Lava Equinox pack is already leaked. Wave 10's already leaked. And people would be like, you didn't show anything new. But that's how this works. So, but we'll see. I think, obviously we're going to get Lightning Collection stuff. Probably stuff we already know about. Or that will leak like right before Friday. Like last time. Last time going into it, we knew about the helmet. Actually, last time going into it, I knew about all 4 things because all 4 things leaked early Friday morning before it. I just didn't post about it because I didn't want to ruin it right before. But yeah, as of right now, I don't really know 100% of what to expect on Friday. But we'll just have to go in and see what we get. So the 316 asked, what do I expect the target capsule to be? I don't see why Andros isn't a part of it. He might be a part of it. I think that that's what they could do. Because we already know that. Actually, wait a minute. We're just trying to think about this here. So we still have to get the Walmart capsule revealed, the Amazon capsule, and the Target capsule. We know that Walmart's theme is retro. We don't know Amazon and we don't know Target's themes. Walmart is doing a thing in July called Collector Con, which is going to have other Hasbro stuff involved, like G.I. Joe and Marvel. So I wonder if maybe they would do something like a kind of a general Fan First Friday around that day and talk about the Walmart retro capsule, which I don't even know if that's going to have any Lightning Collection items in there. We have a bunch of retro listings that have already leaked out, but none of them are Lightning Collection, so I don't know if that's even going to have any Lightning Collection figures in it at all. But what they could do is save the Walmart retro capsule announcement for something near that Collector Con day, which I think is like July 16th or something. It's like the 2nd or 3rd week of July. So they could do that. And then what they could do is they could announce the Lava Equinox 2-pack as part of Amazon's capsule and give the theme. And they could announce Andros again, but this time you can actually order him. And they can, then therefore announce the Target theme. So like they could do that, actually. I could see that happening this Friday. Announce those 2 products, announce the themes alongside them, and announce Wave 10. That could happen. I'm really 50-50 on Wave 10. I think that it's technically too early to see Wave 10, even though Wave 10 should be a September release. Well, that's the thing. It should be a September release. I anticipate Pulse claiming November, which is not going to be right. It's going to be a classic case. It's going to be Pulse is going to say like November, and then someone's going to find him in a Target in the middle of September. So that's probably what's going to happen. So just prepare for that. It happens every time. So, Wave 9, anybody? Wave 9 came out almost 2 months ago in Targets, and it's still a month. It's still 5 weeks away from it being released at Pulse. So, but let's see. Looking at more stuff here. Yeah, I know, right? The chat is always like, here, do this really, really specific thing from this one episode, one scene of an episode thing. I'm like, I don't understand what you're expecting. Not to be rude. I just, it's like, yeah, so Villain's Capsule of Monsters Wave 2, I think that is highly probable because Monsters Wave 2 just recently popped up on Amazon, like US Amazon. And so I really hope that Monsters Wave 2 hasn't been canned. It was supposed to be out June 1st. In fact, Amazon, the US Amazon pages for them say June 1st as the release date, and well, it's June 29th and we don't have them. So I'm thinking that it's possible that Wave 2 has been kicked from general retail and might be part of Amazon's Capsule to go alongside the Lava Equinox 2-pack, which is, since we already know that that's a strong money clip door, it could fit a good theme to do a villains capsule. Like that could definitely be what Amazon's going for here. That would not surprise me if those 3 items are the Amazon capsule plus like one other thing we don't know about yet or something. I think that could definitely happen. So yeah, Jason said I haven't seen Wave 9 anywhere. Walmart and Target have them. Target's actually, like, their website is supposed to start shipping them out. Well, some people have already had them shipped out, but it's supposed to ship out, like, I guess everyone else's orders on July 1st here. So I think you can still get 3/4 of the wave on Target.com right now. The Tenga's out of stock, but the other 3 I think you can still pre-order. So that's interesting. But yeah, I mean, it was hard for me to find it. I looked at like all my Targets and Walmarts, nothing. All my Targets and Walmarts just had, Spectrum Monsters Collecting Dust and Wave 8, which is fine, but not what I was looking for. And so I finally, a subscriber reached out to me and hooked me up with Wave 9, thankfully. So that's how I got my Wave 9 to do my video on that a couple weeks ago. So that's nice. Let's see. But yep, Comrade Revice is the upcoming Rainbow Rider. Yes, that's right. He looks definitely interesting. We talked about him here, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes ago. So, but yeah, that's a good question. I remember you mentioning that everything was going to come out at once. Do you think this would be a good move or a bad one? A bit of both. I think that. See, that's the thing. This is such a weird thing. I don't understand why Power Month is a thing that they're doing this year. Why this year? Like, they're like, August is the anniversary. And I get that. August is the anniversary of Power Rangers. But, like, this year is just the 28th anniversary. It's nothing super special. Unless I missed a memo somewhere that makes it, what's super special about the 28th anniversary. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this could definitely backfire. I don't even think a lot of this capsule stuff is going to make it out in August, because a lot of it, like the GameStop capsule stuff, you look at that stuff, it says like September and October release dates for like half of it. And then you look at the metallic armors, which we know is Pulse's capsule, and those say November 1st. And it's like, well, that's not August. So I don't know if all the capsule stuff is supposed to come out in August or it's all supposed to be announced during August, or some of it's coming out in August. They were very vague about what Power Month even is when they announced it on the what was that, Fan Fest in April, when they announced the whole capsule thing and the whole Power Month thing. I don't know. I mean, personally, I think that they're marketing it really strangely. They're calling them capsules, which, like, a lot of people don't even know what that means. I mean, I know what that means now, but like at first I had no idea what they were talking about. I don't know why they labeled them as capsules. I think that's definitely a weird way to have done it. It's an interesting idea. It's definitely an interesting program to give each store a themed group of items. I think that's cool, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes by the end of all of this. I guess at this current rate, if every store is going to get 4 items, which we don't know if that's just what they're stopping at, that would be what, 20 items, because it'd be 5 stores with 4 items, so 4 items each. So, well, if 20 items is, I guess, the minimum, maybe the maximum items for this entire thing. And so far, the metallic armors I think are cool, but I don't think either one of the capsules we have is really, knocking anyone's socks off here. I mean, the metallic armors are cool. I wanted the metallic armors. Once they started I don't know if I really wanted them, but once they started this, I wanted them to just finish it, So I'm glad that they're doing that. And the Pink Ranger capsule, it definitely exists. So, whatever. It's cool. It's, yeah. So, yeah, so I see a lot more people here mentioning the Super 7 line. Yeah, I mean, they look fine. Single jointed thing definitely look very good about that. The T-Rex looks pretty neat. Goldar looks fine. The putty looks fine. Green and yellow look okay. I think certain parts of them look really nice, even compared to Lightning. But other parts of them just still look a little weird. But like I said a couple of times here, I really want to see what their accessories look like. So, let's see. Just looking at, I got a lot of like DMs coming and everything. So, all right, there we go. We caught up on that. So, people are just talking about the Zenkaiger gear in my group chats. So, looking at other stuff here. Thoughts on the CSM movie Deno belt? Looks really cool. I mean, I'm not getting it. I don't collect CSM stuff right now, but I'm really happy. I'm always happy whenever they release something that hasn't been released before. So giving us finally the they did release the Gao belt back in the day, but giving us Yuki's stuff, which was never released back when those movies came out. Love it. Really happy about that. So I really am impressed by what we have going on with that release, and I definitely think Deno fans are happy about it for sure. Don't even put it in their minds. At this point, yes, they're probably going to do the entire team cell shaded, and I don't really know how I feel about that. The every day I flip my opinion on the cell shaded. I wake up one day, I go, you know what? It's kind of cool. The other day, I wake up going, why? You know, like I just today I'm in the why category. It's like it's okay. Obviously I pre-ordered it, but it's like whatever. It will come, it will sit on my shelf along with the 500 different MMPR pink figures that they've already released, which is at least 2 more than I ever needed. And whatever. The only ones I needed, and well actually there's still more than I need. Do Armored Pink. I really want Armored Pink. I really want the Green Ranger Pink, like when in the comics when they split the Green Ranger coin and they all were green. How easy would that be for them to do? So I could definitely see that happening at some point. But whatever. So oh no. No, I can't. Oh, could you imagine if they put like cell shaded in Spectrum packaging? That would be just the epitome of awfulness. Oh man, no. How bad would things have to be for me to not get a Lightning Collection release? I haven't skipped a single thing yet. Roleplay items, 2-packs, con exclusive Spectrums. I haven't skipped a single thing. What would be so ridiculous that I would be like, I'm not doing it? I don't know. I would say maybe cell shaded Spectrum packaging, but I know that I would buy it. So, oh man, yeah, like Jurassic Samurai. I assume you're talking about like this kind of art style here in this picture. I guess this is kind of what cell shaded is, sort of. It kind of looks like this. But yeah, are they officially done with Spectrums? Who knows? They still have never announced the Spectrum versus packs and the Spectrum monsters, which came out 7 months ago. They have never announced them. So I don't know what happened with that, but I hope Spectrums are done. But part of me knows that one day they're just going to reappear again, and they're going to sneak back in there with some other Mighty Morphin release of some kind. I guess I wouldn't be super disappointed if they did the whole Mighty Morphin team in Spectrums. I feel like that would have been a good way to get the team out there again, perpetually have Mighty Morphin on the market somehow, release them in the Spectrum packaging. I would have to buy them again, but a lot of people could just skip them. You already did white and green. I keep looking off at the side because all my Lightning Collection figures are over there. But yeah, white and green, you already did those. You might as well have done the other ones, I guess. So whatever. So the Spectrums look beautiful. I really like how they look. I just really don't like the concept of them. I mean, Tom Whalen did excellent new artwork for them. You know, no disrespect to any of that. It looks awesome. I love what he did with them. The foil is really pretty. I really do like how they look, and having the whole collection of all 8 of them is a nice set piece. It's just the concept of what they are I dislike. But you know, so single release Zeo Blue with the Tonfas. Yeah, I'd buy that. I mean, I really want those Tonfas since we know that all the other Zeo Rangers have their weapons, and we know that we're getting the Tonfas. We just don't know how we're getting the Tonfas. But I would buy that. Especially if they corrected the visor. If they made the visor actually white on him instead of the silver the Wave 4 release had, that would be great. So, you know. There is this mosquito flying around me right now that is annoying the crap out of me. I think it's been flying around this room for like 3 days. I just have not been able to catch it. So, I keep seeing it fly. Like, it landed on the computer a couple of times. It's really distracting me. But so yeah, who knows? I mean, there's so many random things that they can do with spectrums and with other stuff and with re-releasing 500 different things, and you know, that's what they're gonna do. I mean, they're gonna try to get the most out of every mold that they can, which makes sense. And it's not that I'm not expecting that to happen. I just kind of want more creative ways of doing it. Certain things I'm totally cool with. Like I'm not. I know some people are not super happy about the re-releases of MMPR Pink and Yellow and those two packs. I wish I didn't buy them again, but I get it. You know, like I know a lot of people want Zeo Pink individually. I know a lot of people want Scorpina individually, and maybe they would get released individually someday. But one thing that's really shocking to me is the fact that they haven't re-released Armored Red from the 2019 2-pack individually yet. I don't know. You would think that they would have already done that, but they have not. So, oh yeah, there you go. That would be interesting. They got to do the Dino Armor, not the Dino Armor X, Dino Steel versions of the Dino Charge Rangers. So, let's see. What else? Would I like Spectrum if they were exclusive figures? So, actually, no, because then I'd have to buy them twice. And the reason why I'd have to buy them twice is that since I bought all the Spectrums and of their original packaging, I opened the original packaging, I kept the Spectrums sealed. So from here on out, if something came out in Spectrum, I would have to keep it sealed. So just to keep up the consistency for my OCD. So if they released something exclusively Spectrum, I'd have to buy one to keep sealed and one to actually open it. So I would not like that. I don't think they would do that either, but I would not like that. RJ Styles said, I've seen pictures of the Chroma Fury Saber from a couple weeks ago, but are there pictures of the Zords out now? Huh. Can you message me that Instagram account? I like to see if there are pictures of the Zords floating around out there. We could pull them up and I could talk about them or something. I mean, yeah, we saw the Chroma Fury Saber like a week or two ago. Last week? Maybe that was last week, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. So, yes, exactly. The cat figure was beautiful. I absolutely loved that. That too, it really made the 2-pack for me. Zeo Pink looks really cool. But yeah, I mean, adding in PC, the cat in cat form, that was just like the cherry on top. I love that. Really cool. So, it was a group shot. So it probably was that picture from the October 30th Fan First Friday from last year when they showed them off. Which that's another thing. I guess I got to pick those up. I do want those. I really, really liked Resoldier's mecha like gimmick. The kind of Lego aspect of it. And I thought the Dino Fury prototypes looked really good. And I never got the Resoldier ones because it's just expensive importing it and stuff. And so I definitely am interested in getting the Dino Fury ones if they ever come out. It's like, you know, it's kind of crazy how we don't have those yet. And we still have to get basic figures wave 2. We know we're getting Void Knight in gold in wave 2 of the basic figures. So that's going to be a thing. But yeah, so lots of interesting things that. See, that's the thing. So many things announced, so many things leaked, but nothing is coming out. I mean, it's been pretty dry this year in terms of actual releases. There's just been a lot of promises of releases. So the back half of this year is going to have a ton of items come out, you know, based on everything we know about. So especially those TMNT packs. I'm really excited for the TMNT packs, even though they're going to be three 2-packs at $50 a piece. It's at least $50 a piece. So those are going to be fun. But I'm definitely looking forward to them whenever we do get to see it. So I got more group chats going off here. So, oh wow, we got like really nice detailed pictures of Super 2 Kaiser now. So that's cool. But he definitely looks neat for sure. So yeah, that's cool. I already pre-ordered the Zenkaiger gear, so but I will be getting that sometime in July. So I'll do a video on that. So RJ sent me the Instagram account, so let me just check that real quick. Ah, yes. Okay, that picture. Okay. I posted that picture, actually. I found that picture 2 or 3 months ago, and I posted that. So, that's fun. But, yeah, that's like a concept art picture of the Zords from some kind of... It was Hasbro Germany, I think. You were right. That it was a catalog of items for Dino Fury. It had, like, the Chroma Fury Saber. It had the Zords. They're going to be doing, like, an electronic... T-Rex champion Zord and also the mask. So that's cool. But so has the Super 7 stuff like gone up yet? I don't know if it has. I'm gonna check. Let me check Paternia to see if it's gone up. I don't believe that it has. So I also don't super care. But you know, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, I don't think they've gone up yet. Just scrolling through to try to see it. And I don't think that they have. So we'll see the accessories eventually today. That's for sure. But let's switch back to this mode. I mean, we didn't need the picture to just be sitting there the whole time. Did Entertainment Earth have them now? Let me check Entertainment Earth. Yeah, I know that they're $55 a figure. That's just what Super 7 Ultimates cost. So let's check Entertainment Earth. So search Power Rangers. And what pops up? I don't see them up there yet, but I'm sure they're going to be there soon. Oh yeah, they have the Dragon Dagger up there now. I don't know when I'm going to talk about that because Lightning Storm this week is happening on Friday, which I figured you guys assumed that because Lightning Storm happens on Fridays whenever there's a Fan First Friday, and there will not be one on Saturday this week. So, and I'm just gonna cover the Fan First Friday news on Friday. Nothing else has happened. So, but except for this, the Dragon Dagger, if you guys did not get your hands on that last year, is being restocked this fall. So it's up for pre-order again on Entertainment Earth and Hasbro Pulse and all that stuff. So nothing different. It's just a restock from last year, which I guess I hadn't really realized that I guess it had like completely sold out a couple months ago. So this is like your second chance to get it. Same price and everything, I believe, as last time. So $60 is what that cost. So it's a fun toy. I did a Lightning Library video on it a couple of weeks ago. Actually, probably a couple months ago at this point. If you guys would like to check out more of what it does and more of its history, it definitely, I definitely like it. Just wish it had an on and off switch, but you know. So Dex asked, "Do I think we'll see the 2 figures from the unreleased original Wave 7 soon?" If you guys don't know about that, Wave 7 at one point in time was going to have Beast Morphers Yellow in it and a SPD Silver Ranger, which probably would have been Nova. Who knows? I hope so. Nova always was weird if that actually was what that was going to be. It was codenamed, and that was just kind of assumed what it was going to be. But Beast Morphers Yellow was definitely what the code translated to for the original Wave 7. And she's just not here. And she's always being asked for all the time. Rightfully so. We need to finish the Beast Morphers team. We just need her and Steel to do it. And so I really hope we get them soon. But the Beast Morphers Lightning Collection figures just did not sell. I think they really messed up on that by making Beast Morphers Blue a 3-per case in Wave 3. He was all over the place. All the time. You walked into a Target, 98% of the time, you would always see a Beast Morphers Blue on the shelf, And Beast Morphers Red kind of clogged shelves a little bit too, but I think Blaze didn't as much. Blaze that's a really good figure, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't think they sold very well, so I think it kind of scared them off on doing yellow and silver. So yeah, we needed Roxy too. I really want Roxy, but yeah, I think they just really shot themselves in the foot by having both the basic line out and the Lightning Collection line out at the same time for the same figures, because while I love the basic line, because I love that the basic line is in scale with Lightning, I think that was a really, really good decision on Hasbro's part. That's why I collect the entire basic line too. So they really got me on that. But yeah, because I bought every single Beast Morphers figure. I have the entire figure line. But I think that just, especially when you could literally walk into a store and have Beast Morphers Red in the $10 basic line sitting right next to Beast Morphers Red in the $20 Lightning line. Which one are parents going to pick up and buy, right? So I think that they really just shot themselves in the foot on that. And I think that's a very clear reason why we don't have Dino Fury in the Lightning Collection just yet. I'm sure we'll get it at some point. In fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if we get them next year when the show is wrapping up or something, especially, well, I guess I was going to say when the Dino Fury toy line wraps up, but the Dino Fury toy line hasn't really started. So, but, maybe they would get that. Oh, yeah, Dex. That's right. I don't have the Ravi Smash transforming 2-pack. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's on the board. If you guys have ever noticed this board, this is stuff I need to pay off or that I'm looking for. And right by the eraser, right where my finger is, it says blue pack, because I'm still trying to find that blue pack. I don't even want that thing. I just want it to complete the entire Beast Morphers figure line. It never came out in the US. It was a 2-pack of Ravi and Steel. No, that's Steel. Smash. And just like they did with Red and Cruz and Yellow and Jax. And those 2 came out in the US, but this third one just never came out in the US. It came out, I know it came out in South America. I don't remember if it came out anywhere else. I genuinely don't know if it did. And it's I think I saw one store online from Singapore or something maybe that had it, and they wouldn't ship internationally. Even if they did, it would have been a lot more than I ever should have paid for it. So I guess thankfully that they wouldn't ship it. So I need that. If anyone can ever help me hook me up with that, I would be very thankful. Oh, it came out in the UK? Of course it did. Random stuff that just comes out. So I need that 2-pack to finish the whole thing. And I don't even think the key's different. I bought the other ones because the keys were different. And I think specifically on this last one, the key didn't do anything different. Not that the keys ever really did much different anyway. But it was just kind of the sentiment of it. As I was so close, and I was like, well, I got to finish it somehow. So one day I'll probably hopefully try to track that down. It's not super top priority for me. In fact, until it was mentioned in the chat here, I completely forgot that it existed. But yeah, I need to find that someday. In case you guys are wondering, I'm drinking Snapple Apple, or apple flavored Snapple. It's very good. But yeah. Yeah, I gotta find that. I wish they would have finished that figure line. I mean, they did, but I mean, there was so many different easy repaints that they could have done that they just didn't do. They could have done the purple Roxy that was right there. Drilltron, which they for whatever reason released to Drilltron. Drilltron got a repaint in the show. He showed up again. They could have released him again. What was his name? Vargoyle. Vargoyle got like a kind of that orangish, like copper, whatever repaint during the whole Dino episode arc, and they could have released that. And it's just really strange. It's like those would have been 3 perfect figures that they could have repainted and resold to us, which is kind of what Hasbro loves to do, and they just did not do it. I would have loved for them to have done a final wave. I guess it would have all been villains, and so they probably would have never done that. But to have done those 3 repaints and then done Scrozzle. I really, really wanted Scrozzle, and we never got him. And it's like, it would have been so easy for them to have done those 3 repaints and then, take all the money you saved on doing the repaints and mold a brand new Scrozzle, Give Campbell Cooley a figure. Well, I mean, he's had figures before, but give him, Scrozzle. That would be really cool. Especially because Scrozzle was a American-made suit. It was only in the U.S. footage, so that would have been really, really cool. But, yeah. So, there we go. Now we got better pictures of Super Toku. So, but they didn't change the helmet. This is not the best way to show it, but they did not. I don't know how clear my screen is right now, to be honest with you, but they didn't change the helmet crest. It still says 35. It doesn't say 24. I kind of wish they would have done that. You would think they would have, maybe try to make that match. That would have been kind of neat. But yeah. So, it came from, what was the Twitter user? It was sent to my group chat with some friends. It was the Ben 77878871 account that always posts like the detailed heroes scans and a bunch of other leaked pictures and stuff. I'm gonna retweet it right now. So there we go. I just retweeted it. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. I do like them. So I don't think we're getting any Change Hero series figures. I think the air conditioning just kicked on, which thankfully. It's really getting hot in here. It's 89 degrees outside. I'm not a fan of that, but I know it's a lot hotter in a lot of other places right now, but still. Oh yeah, some people have been suggesting Stay Caesar could get a power-up. That would be really cool. I kind of feel at this point they could be just waiting for Stacy to get a power-up to release the Gear Tojuliner, because I don't understand why they haven't announced that thing yet. They should have announced that thing like months ago, in my opinion. But yeah, who knows? I'm gonna buy it whenever they do. I really like that the repaint of it a lot. Which actually, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I restructured my Zenkaiger display. I ran out of space for all the gears, so I moved the gears off the shelf. I was able to put up the Change Hero series figures, so now I got the whole team posed behind me. And based on a suggestion from a Twitter follower, they recommended this bead case, which fits in each of these little squares 6 Zenkaigers. So there's every gear released so far. These are my duplicates right over here. These are those stands that I used to hold them up. And then in here is all of the weapons for the Yudo figures, the Change Hero figures. Those are those candy toy sized weapons. But doing the math, I should be able to fit every single Zenkaiger in here. And it's a nice little carrying case for them all, which is really nice because in about 7 weeks or so, I'm moving back into my dorm, which that's going to be interesting. And I'm going to bring the Zenkaigers and the Lightning collection with me. So that's going to be an ordeal. I should probably I'm going to write that down right now. I should probably vlog that experience of lugging the Lightning collection up to campus with me. Yeah, I'm writing that down right now. Vlog moving the LC to the dorm. Cool. Anyway, so that will be a video now, I guess. But yeah, because I've been home from what am I trying to say? I've been home doing online school since the pandemic started, but I'm finally going to be able to head up back to campus in the fall here, and so I'm looking forward to that. My Lightning collection shelf here, I'm still trying to put it together. The room is a complete disaster right now. The only part that even looks so possibly put together is here, but yeah. So JK Rants and Review says, don't do it. I've had so much stuff stolen when I lived in the dorms. I'm not worried about it. The dorm that I lived in freshman year, which is the same one I'm going to be living in here again. Wow, I can't even talk. I live up there with 3 of my friends from high school, and so we all know each other. We know each other pretty well. And the way that it's kind of like an apartment that we share, so we each have an individual bedroom that like can lock and everything. So I am perfectly fine with bringing up that stuff and keeping keeping things there. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I had the entire Lightning collection with me up there before, but then back then it was significantly smaller. The last time I left, the last time I was up in my dorm before the pandemic started, there was 25 Lightning collection figures. And now we are about to hit 87 figures after this. 87 to be the next figure announced this Friday. So it's definitely exploded. But yeah, someone asked what's my major. I am majoring in film up at college. So I'm about to go into my junior year. So I'm halfway done with college. I got halfway through my freshman year. I lived up there, and then I got sent home during spring break during the pandemic. So I finished our freshman year here. I did my entire sophomore year here, and so I'm definitely eager to return to in-person classes this fall and get to see my friends and stuff again. It's going to be great. But in between college is that like during the summer and during winter break is when I go back to my job at the grocery store. So I don't work during the school semesters, which is why, but I actually have more free time during the school semesters, which is like this past semester when like in March of this year, when I uploaded a video every single day in the month of March, that was in the middle of the semester. That me falling down the stairs clip from episode 60, I think, of Lightning Storm. That was part of a film project for the semester that I just thought it was funny, and so I threw it into Lightning Storm. So in between the semesters, I work at a grocery store, and then I return back to school, and I've been doing that now for about 2 years. So, and it seems to work. You guys, if you follow me on Twitter, you probably see my work selfies I post every night. So since I said at the very beginning of the stream, I work the night shift, so I've been up since 8 p.m. last night, and I'm off tonight. Thankfully, I am very tired. So, but yeah, so that's me, I guess. So, but yeah, I've been doing like film related stuff for even longer than college. My high school had a film program for the last 2 years. So for my junior and senior year of high school, I was in this really awesome film program. Really, really great. Like fantastic people. The teachers were amazing. One of them, there was 2 teachers in the class, and one of them has become like a huge mentor to me. I'm still in contact with him after graduating. Just he helps me out with like what I need for YouTube videos and stuff like that. He's just a great resource to have. And I met my girlfriend in that class. I met my current college roommates in that class. So the 3 of us from that class, we all started in that program, and then we all went to the same college, and kind of continuing our film degree, I guess, our film inspiration, I guess, or trying to do something with that. And so, yeah, that's pretty cool. So, Ed asked, how did I meet the RRR crew? So I met the RRR crew. Some of them had followed me on Twitter before the streets started in 2018. But I mean, I've been a fan of the original RRR back when it was when it was Rai, Collector Shuki, Dawson Rider, and Jetamon 2005, when it was a podcast, just a podcast. And I mean, I grew up when I first got into the fandom, first got into Power Rangers during Samurai. I always watched Dawson's reviews and Shukun Shinobi's reviews, as she was known back then. And I had always been a big fan of their content. And so when the streets started, I decided to really start watching it and post those recap pictures that I do. And they noticed those pictures. I thought they were pretty funny, so they invited me on as a guest. And that was 3 years ago, and I have never left. So, and then I got to meet them in person last year, right before the pandemic started, thankfully, because one of them, who's no longer on the show, he was getting married, and he invited us all out to go to the wedding. And so I got to meet them in person for the first time, which is the first, and as of right now, especially because of the pandemic, only time I've met anyone that I interact with on Twitter in person. And so it's a really, really special interaction and a special weekend that I can't wait to recreate when I go to Power Morphicon next year, because I am planning on going to Power Morphicon in 2022. I already have my ticket purchased. I had it purchased for 2020, and now it's just being lapsed over and over again over into the next actual date. So I am working towards that happening in next year. So to meet more people, because I interact with all these people on Twitter and YouTube and stuff all the time. I would love to meet you guys because I like talking about this stuff, and it's much better talking to people in person. So but yeah, so I'm going to kind of wrap it up here in a minute. I'm probably going to get some lunch, and then since I work the night shift, my sleep schedule is sleep all day and stay up all night. So it's almost bedtime for me. So it's almost time for me to go to sleep. I go to sleep at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So we're getting close to that. So I'll wrap it up here in a minute or so, but I'm going to just look at these last couple of comments here. So Megazord HQ asks, what is my least favorite and favorite Lightning Collection figure? My least favorite is the Wave 6 Goldar. I just don't think it had a lot of point. And my favorite is Dino Thunder White, but you have to have the replacement helmet. If you don't have it, it drops all the way to the bottom. But if you have it, it's my all-time favorite figure. I love Dino Thunder White. I love Dino Thunder. And I think that figure turned out really, really good, especially once they fixed it. So Muhammad asked, are you looking forward to Revice? I definitely am. I will, of course, watch it. I can't wait for that. Samurai or Shinkenger. Personally, I have a lot of bias towards Samurai since it was my first season, but I like both shows. I mean, a lot of it is the same because Samurai really just translated Shinkenger scripts, but I think they're both really good shows. Shinkenger's probably better because if you like Samurai, you're gonna like Shinkenger. I would assume, because it's, like I said, basically the same show. So, but yeah. So yeah, I think that will probably do it. Yeah, I really thank you guys for coming out here. I really appreciate it. I saw right now we have 60 people watching. That we had close to 100 at certain points during this, which just thank you. I really, really appreciate that. For just listening to me ramble for an hour and a half, just talking about random stuff. And we covered a lot of things. We talked about the Fan First Friday, the Super Zenkaiger, Super 2 Kaiser. I talked about my life. We got Revice. We talked about a little bit of Superhero Senki, and yeah, it was really good. So I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna go and wrap it up here. And like I said, thank you all for coming out here this Tuesday morning to watch this random live stream I decided to do. And I will see you all on tomorrow for Lightning Library on Monsters Wave 1. And then on Friday, of course, the reaction to the Fan First Friday that we are getting this week, along with a bunch of my friends. So, of course, always look forward to that. So I will talk to you guys later. Of course, until next time, you can follow me on Twitter at LiveryMinchiki or at LightningFigPR. And that's all I got. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. So, thank you guys. And I will see ya.